We're going to start out with a tequila lime grilled shrimp recipe that is out of this world and super simple. So you come home from work, need to throw dinner together in a hurry, this is perfect for you. 15, 20 minutes and dinner's done. And it's something different. It's also nice and light, full of flavor. These make not only a great appetizer, but a great meal. So sip more coffee and I'm going to get to work. Okie dokie, we're going to do our quick tequila lime marinade, and it couldn't be easier. We're using about a quarter cup of fresh lime juice, which happens to be about 2 limes. I'm not going to measure because that's just one more dirty dish to wash, and I don't want to be doing that. Now, that's seafood is a real quick marinade, and that's why, you know, and it cooks quick anyway. So, you know, think about that when it comes to, you know, making dinner and needing to. Everybody's hungry and you just need a real quick fix. Think seafood and shrimp. Fire up the grill or saute it in a skillet, or even bake or broil it. So one more lime. And I have to be honest, I used to be very nervous about making seafood. 1, it used to be very expensive. 2, it just didn't used to be as fresh as it is now and as available. So it's like, spend all that money on seafood, you'd go home and make it, and it just wouldn't taste right. So I just used to leave it. When I want seafood, I'd order it out at the restaurants. Nowadays, boy, let me tell you, we have come a long way. You can get some great seafood right at the grocery store. Festival has a beautiful seafood department. And I always ask the guys behind the counter, what's fresh, what came in, what looks good. But shrimp you can get all year round, and keep a bag of it in your freezer. And instead of making, you know, grilled cheese sandwiches on one of those nights, why not do some shrimp? Okay, so I've got my lime juice in here, about a quarter of a cup. It's a tequila lime shrimp marinade, so we're going to do about a quarter of a cup of tequila. Just kind of eyeball it. I've got 2 to 3 cloves of fresh garlic, or if you have the jarred garlic in your refrigerator already, that's going to work great too. Maybe a tablespoon or so of that. You can smell that tequila. All right, get my garlic in here. I'm heating up my grill. Grilling seafood is a great way to keep those seafood odors outside too, if you're worried about that. And now I've got 2/3 of a cup of olive oil or canola oil, just a nice light oil. Some cilantro, about a handful of chopped cilantro, and if you're not a cilantro person, you can leave it out. You could substitute Italian parsley for that, or just leave it out altogether. I'm just going to whisk that together. So lime juice, garlic, cilantro, tequila, and some oil, and a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's it. That's your marinade. Now I've got about 2 pounds of nice big shrimp that are peeled, uncooked. That's so important. You know, sometimes you're going to pick out your seafood and you just think shrimp and you go for the kind that's already cooked, you know, the kind for shrimp cocktail. That's not what you're looking for. And it goes over my shrimp. And if you've got 15 minutes or so to let that flavor really get in there, great. If you don't and you're having one of those nights and you need to cook it up right away, that's okay. The one thing you don't want to ever marinate this seafood longer than like 15, 20, 30 minutes max, otherwise it'll start really cooking the seafood because of the acid in that lime juice. So I'm going to start threading it onto some skewers and we're going to get this dinner going. Now I'm using these wooden skewers that I've soaked in some water because I planned ahead. If you didn't plan ahead, pick up some metal skewers. Those are always nice to have on hand in your drawer. Those you don't have to worry about soaking them. Or just saute up the shrimp in a skillet. So I'm just putting it on my skewers, about 3 to 4 shrimp per skewer. We'll do 4. And you're going to see how quick these are going to cook. And this is nice and light. Makes a real fun party starter to bring out a big tray of these, maybe with a pitcher of margaritas or Mexican beer or even limeade, sangria. I thought that was a clever idea to marinate the skewers kind of standing up in the glass because not all of the skewer needs to go on that grill. Otherwise, I usually marinate and soak my skewers in like a Ziploc baggie. I'll do one more. My kids are both starting to like seafood a lot more, which I'm really excited about. We took a trip to Jamaica a while back and, had some great fresh seafood, and I said, come on guys, got to try it. And Ireland's usually a little more, she'll go for it. Riley's just a little more nervous about trying new things. Well, everybody loved it. I mean, when you get nice fresh seafood, there is nothing better. It's not fishy. And then some of this marinade you can just kind of brush on over the shrimp while it's grilling. Oh, that smells good. And shrimp is done. That's why it's such a quick cook. I mean, in just a couple of minutes, once it starts to turn pink, time to flip it over and we're ready to rock and roll. Just that easy. Now, how would I serve this? Well, if I'm doing this for an appetizer, I just bring a big platter out with some fresh lime slices just to kind of garnish up the platter. If I was doing this for dinner, this is wonderful over just a bed of rice pilaf or Spanish rice or couscous. It's nice also served with a little bit of salsa or pico de gallo. And no, I didn't make this. Look at how beautiful this is. Just pick this up right in the deli area of Festival Foods. A nice fresh tomato salsa, mango salsa would be really nice, just for dipping or spooning on top. And then a little bit of extra either lime slices or lime wedges. It's always nice. I always think seafood and lemon, such a great combination. Well, same goes for seafood and any citrus. A little bit of lime juice to squirt over the top is really a nice little touch, and it looks pretty too. So there you go. It's our seafood skewers, tequila lime marinated. How about that for dinner tonight? Recipe's on our website, by the way. You can also pick it up at any Festival Foods.